Okay, let's talk about one of the real powerhouses of English grammar, the present continuous. And trust me, by the end of this, you're going to see that it's for so much more than just what's happening right now. So let me just ask you this straight up. When you hear present continuous, does your brain immediately go to things happening at this exact second? Well, if it does, you're not wrong, but you're only seeing a tiny, tiny piece of the puzzle. Because get this tense is your secret weapon for talking about temporary projects, for locking in your future plans, and even for, this is the fun one, complaining about those little things that drive you nuts. Ready to see how this one simple tense does all that heavy lifting? All right, let's get into it. But hang on, before we get to all the cool ways to use it, we gotta know how to actually build it. And the good news is, the blueprint for this thing is beautifully simple. It's basically a 3-step recipe. First, you need your subject. I, you, the dog, whatever. Then you pop in the right be verb to match it, am, are, or is. And the final piece, just take your main verb and stick ing on the end. Subject, be verb, ing verb. That's the whole formula. And here it is in the wild. You got your subject, Tom. You got your be verb, is, and you got your main verb with that ing ending, reading. Tom is reading a book right now. See? Simple. So now that we've got the how, let's get into the why. We'll start with its most famous job, talking about things that are happening as we speak. This is probably the first way you ever learn to use it, right? If something is literally happening at the exact moment you're talking, the present continuous is your go-to. It's the live action tense. And I mean, what's a better example than this one? Right now, at this very moment, what are you doing? You are watching this explainer. It's happening live. But here's where it gets really useful. Now doesn't just mean this second. It can stretch to mean around now, like this week, this month, this year. The key word to remember here is temporary. It's not forever. So if you hear she is working in a bookstore, it doesn't mean she's physically there right this second. It implies that her current job is a temporary gig. It's what she's doing around now, but it's not her permanent career. Or this one, we are learning Spanish this semester. Learning Spanish is the big temporary project you're involved in for this period of time. So the bottom line for this use case is it's for actions that are in progress, whether that's right now or just generally now. Okay, let's kick it up a notch and see how this tense gets way more expressive. We can use it to talk about how the world is changing and, believe it or not, to complain. So, whenever you want to describe something that's slowly changing or a trend that's developing over time, the present continuous is perfect. It really captures that feeling of something being in motion. Just think about a sentence like this. The world is getting hotter. That change isn't a single event, right? It's a slow, ongoing process. And using is getting perfectly paints that picture of gradual change. And now for my favorite one, complaining. To turn this tense into a tool for showing you're annoyed, you just need one magic ingredient. A word like always or forever. Adding that one little word changes everything. Check this out. They are always complaining. Notice where always goes? It gets squeezed right between the be verb, are, and the ing verb, complaining. And the reason it sounds so frustrating is that the continuous tense makes it feel like the action never, ever stops. It's constant. All right, for our last big use case, we're going to do something that feels a little weird at first. We're going to use a present tense to talk about the future. And this is something you hear in everyday English all the time. Now, this is the really important part. You can't use this for just any future idea. It's not for daydreams or wishes. It's for things that are confirmed. You know, appointments that are in your calendar, tickets you've already bought, plans you've set in stone with someone. For instance, if you say, I'm having dinner with friends tonight, it sends a clear signal. It means the plans are made, maybe the reservation is booked. It's not just a thought bubble, it's a real organized event that's going to happen. So you might be wondering, how do you tell the difference? Well, you listen for the clues, the time words. Look at these two. They're currently traveling. That word currently tells you it's happening now. But they're traveling to Europe on Saturday. That time marker on Saturday points you straight to the future. The grammar itself is exactly the same. It's the time clue that changes the whole meaning. Phew, okay, we covered a lot of ground. Let's just do a super quick flyby to make sure all these ideas are locked in. So we saw 3 big jobs for this one tense. First, the present, either right this second or over a longer temporary time. Second, describing change, talking about trends, progress, or those annoying habits when you add the word always. And third, the future, but only for your solid, confirmed plans. And there you have it, from a simple action happening right now to a fixed plan for next week. The present continuous really is an all-star. Which of course leaves me with just one question for you, using the very grammar we just talked about. So what are you doing after watching this?